Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Power of Chaos, Joey the Passion. As I always say, I appreciate you being here for the journey, and it has been a journey. So let's not waste time, let's just jump right into another match duel. And we'll see exactly what Mr. Wheeler has in store for us today. Just want to keep the trend going of wins, first of all. Wins, obviously. We are going second. But winning 3 cards at a time would be the best. Winning 3 new cards, I should say, at a time would definitely be what we're aiming for here. So he's just playing a monster in defense position, and that's it. So let's take a look at what we got. We got Zombra the Dark, 4-star monster with 2100 attack, 500 defense. As I always say, if there's a non-tributed monster with over 1900 attack in this series, it comes with a negative effect. This would be one of them. This card cannot attack player directly. Each time this card destroys a monster in battle, decrease its attack by 200 points. We got Share the Pain, magic card that offer 1 monster on your side of the field as a tribute. Your opponent must select 1 monster on his or her side of the field and offer it as a tribute. We got the Gemini Elf. Love when I have this card, hate when my opponent has it. This is one of those 1900 attack monsters that have no negative effects. We got the Dark Zebra, a 4-star monster with 1800 attack, 400 defense. It does not have a great ability, that being, if this is the only card you control during your standby phase, is automatically placed in defense position. You cannot change the position of this card during your same turn, but 1800 attack is still pretty good. Probably won't last with us much longer though. Dimensional Warrior, 4-star monster with 1200 attack, 1000 defense with a really good effect of, when this card attacks or is attacked, both this card and the opposing monster removed from play cannot return during the current duel. And we got the Diligent Duo, really good magic card. Pay 1,000 life points, randomly select and discard 1 card from your opponent's hand. Your opponent then selects and discards another card from his or her hand. So we'll use the Diligent Duo now. We'll try to get rid of 2 of his resources. Alright, looks like we are playing against the Fiend deck. So we got rid of the Portrait Secret, 4-star monster with 1200 attack, 1500 defense. And the Giant Germ, 2-star monster with 1000 attack, 100 defense with an effect of, when this card is sent to the graveyard results of battle, inflict 500 points of direct damage to your opponent's life points. You can also take cards of the same name from your deck and special summon them in the field and face up attack position. The deck is then shuffled. It makes me think that this is probably another Giant Germ, but I'm going to put the Share the Pain down. It's kind of more of as a bluff. If he wants to destroy something, he can destroy that. That's fine. I will have to summon the Gemini Elf because Dark Zebra is just going to go in defense mode, and I don't want to waste Zombra or Dimensional Warrior's abilities right now. It's an Earthbound Spirit. I guess I should have played Zombra. Earthbound Spirit, 4-star monster with 500 attack, 2000 defense. That is a hard monster to break through, but we have resources to break through it as long as he doesn't tribute right here. We'll see if he does. Alright, he is playing Yami. Let's see what he does though here. Nope, just a monster in defense mode. Okay, he did play Yami, which has the effect of increase the attack and defense of all Fiend and Spell-type monsters by 200 points. Also decrease the attack and defense of all Fairy-type monsters by 200 points. Unfortunately, Zombra cannot break through that now. But I can Share the Pain this, so I probably will do that. I am going to summon the Dark Zebra. I do have to get rid of this other monster first. So we will use Gemini Elf to attack and destroy this. It is a Giant Germ. He probably will get 1 more on the field, so I'll lose the 500 life points. There's the second one. We'll use the Dark Zebra to attack that Giant Germ. I'll take that 500 point hit, but he will lose resources. So he's at 7,400 life points. We're at 5,900, and then I will activate Share the Pain now, and I will get rid of my Dark Zebra for him to get rid of the Earthbound Spirit. Perfect. All right. We're in a pretty good position with the Gemini Elf protecting us there. We got some good monsters. Dimensional Warrior can be used defensively in case something crazy happens. Well, Monster Reborn. I guess we're going to see the Earthbound Spirit again. No, Dark Zebra. Interesting. Okay. He should have took the Earthbound Spirit, in my opinion. He did play Monster Reborn. Select 1 monster card from either your opponent or your own graveyard and place it on the field under your control and attack or defense position. Face up. This is considered a special summon. We drew the Harpy's Feather Duster. Destroy all your opponent's spell and trap cards on the field. So now I'm going to summon Zombra the Dark. And we will use Zombra to attack and hopefully destroy this. Well, we will destroy the Dark Zebra, and hopefully we can get rid of whatever this face down card is. It's probably another Earthbound Spirit, right? Watch it be. Nope. Gross Ghost of Fled Dreams, or as I sometimes mistakenly say, Field Dreams. 4-star monster, 1300 attack, 1800 defense. So we're in a pretty good position here. He's only got one card in his hand. Could be Dark Necrofear, though, which in that case we will have to play with that Dimensional Warrior, but let's see. Just a card face down. Okay. Don't even... I guess I could use Harpy's Feather Duster, but don't see the need currently, especially because Yami is boosting my monsters. But we got Kiko the Ghost Destroyer, 4-star monster with 1800 attack, 700 defense, with an effect of each time this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent's life points, you can remove up to 2 cards in your opponent's graveyard from play. In addition, as long as this card remains face up on the field, your opponent cannot remove any cards in your graveyard from play. I actually really like that we drew this card because, again, I believe that this deck of his relies on Dark Necrofear, which means he needs monsters in the graveyard and to remove from play. But if we remove them from play, he can't bring Dark Necrofear on the field. Too bad Zombra the Dark can't attack, but that is his effect, so it is what it is. But yeah, now I'll get to remove 2 monsters from play, so we will do just that. We'll take an Earthbound Spirit and one of the Giant Germs. He does have enough resources there to summon the Dark Necrofear, but it is what it is.
I activate my spell card.
Okay, Tribute to the Doomed. He is getting rid of my Gemini Elf. That's fine. It looks like we're going to win. I don't see why we wouldn't. I am just going to activate Harpy's Feather Duster because I don't know what this is and I don't want it to prevent us from doing anything. So, what did we get rid of? It's just a Chain Destruction. It's a really poor trap card. You can activate this card when any monster with an attack of 2,000 points or less is summoned, including Special Summon. This monster is not destroyed, but all monster cards of the same name in the summoning player's hand or in deck are destroyed. The summoning player's deck is then shuffled. So, yeah, it's super weak. But yeah, Dimensional Warrior on the field in attack mode. And we will take the win.
Not too shabby, but you ain't gonna beat me with those lame attacks.
Perfect. Really fast, easy duel. So not too sad about that. Let's see what happens in game 2. I will say, of all of his decks, the Toon one is the easiest, but this is up there with dealing with it. Really, that Kinetic Soldier one is just the toughest one because it relies on Gravity Bind, preventing a lot of my moves, and the Kinetic Soldier's effect with DNA Surgery is just really good. But let's take a look and see what we got here.
Let me give you a little hint. You better be careful because these cards are trapped.
It's not to say this deck can't be good. He's just got to get a lot of resources on the field here. So, all right, we got the Rock Spirit, 4-star monster with 1700 attack and 1000 defense, with an effect of this monster can only be special summoned by removing 1 Earth monster in your graveyard from play. Increase the attack of this monster by 300 points during your opponent's battle phase. We already saw Kiko in the first game. We got the Sagan, 3-star monster with 1000 attack, 600 defense, with an effect of when this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, move 1 monster with an attack of 1500 or less from your deck to your hand. Your deck is then shuffled. Saw the Gemini Elf already. We got the Morphing Jar number 2. It's a 3-star monster with 800 attack, 700 defense, with a really good flip effect of return all monster cards on the field to their respective decks and shuffle them. You and your opponent then pick up cards until you both have the same number of monster cards, level 4 or lower, that will return to each deck. Special summon the monsters on the field in face down defense position. Any other cards picked up are discarded to the graveyard. I can't stress how many times this card has saved our butts. It is very, very good defensively. And we got the Harpy's Brother, 4-star monster, 1800 attack, 600 defense. I don't want to risk the Gemini Elf, so we're going to go with Harpy's Brother at the start. And we're going to hope this isn't an Earthbound Spirit, and we can just break through whatever it is. Okay, Headless Knight, 4-star monster with 1450 attack, 1700 defense. I was worried about one of those face-down cards as well, destroying our Gemini Elf, but looks like we're okay so far. Alright, he's just playing another monster in defense mode. We got the Dimensional Warrior again. Let's summon Kiko the Ghost Destroyer now so we can start removing cards from play. Like I said, I don't want him to be able to get Dark Necrofear on the board if we can avoid it. Soul of the Forgotten. 2-star monster, 900 attack, 200 defense. Really? Like, you don't have better monsters that you could have replaced this with? Sure. You can bring back your Headless Knight and I'll destroy it. Waste of Call of the Haunted, in my opinion. Continuous trap card. Select one monster from your graveyard and special summon it in face-up attack position. When this card is destroyed or removed from the field, the summoned monster is destroyed. If the summoned monster is destroyed, this card is also destroyed. Kiko will just destroy you back. So, cool. And I'll be able to at least get rid of the Souls of Forgotten from play. So, let's ruin the Dark Necrofear strategy. Okay. We're in a pretty good spot, I think. I don't feel like he's got any big plays he can make right now. We'll see. You never know what's in his hand. Alright, just a monster in defense position again. We got the Island Turtle, 4-star monster, 1,100 attack, 2,000 defense. Let's put the Gemini Elf now finally on the field in attack mode. And we will use the Gemini Elf to attack this face-down card. It is a Witch of the Black Forest, 4-star monster, 1,100 attack, 1,200 defense. He's taking an Earl Demise into his hand with it. With the effect of when this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, move one monster with a defense of 1,500 or less from your deck to your hand. Your deck's then shuffled. Again, even Earl Demise should not be in that deck. It's such a weak Fiend monster. There's so many better Fiend monsters like Beast of Gilfer, which I would love to have in our deck. So I don't understand the purpose, honestly, of this deck with such weak monsters, but okay, fine. It is what it is. So we'll use Kiko to remove 2 more monsters from play, the only 2 in play, even further reducing his Dark Necrofear strategy, if that is what indeed he is trying to do. Let's see if he can get this Earl of Demise onto the field. If he can, we'll have to deal with it, but we have resources. Oop. Just a monster face down. And yeah, I think we'll just go for the win. I'll summon the Dimensional... We got a Gemini Elf. I'll summon the Dimensional Warrior, so whatever this is can't block us. We'll use the Dimensional Warrior to attack this face-down card. The Souls are Forgotten, so we'll both get removed from play here. And sure. Easy games, man. Easy games. I'll take it, though. If they're not going to be strategy-based games by Mr. Wheeler, I'd rather just get them over with fast so we can win cards and make our deck better. And Kiko the Ghost Destroyer for the win. Alright, 3 new cards. Let's go. Come on. 3 new cards. Nope. But 1. Okay. 1 new card.
Hey, give me one more match.
I just wish if we were gonna win cards that we already had, like, give me a Gemini Elf, man. Like, that would definitely help. But all right, let's take a look at said new card that we got. We have the Forced Requisition. It's a continuous trap card with the effect of you can activate this card when you discard from your hand. Every time you discard from your hand, your opponent must also discard the same number of cards from their hand. That has its benefits, but we're not a discarding... we really only have Tribute to the Doom, right? I'm trying to think. Is there anything else? Yeah, it's not really worth it. So, okay. At least it adds to the total list, which now sits at 118 out of 350 cards for 33.7%. Anyways, guys, I hope you appreciated this episode and you liked it. If you did, consider liking, comments, and subscribing, all that fun stuff. You don't have to, but I would appreciate it. And until the next episode, later.